Welcome to the Tactic Reloader. Today, we are really digging into the world of 22 Magnum rifles.
Yes, basically we are using a great field test from multiple sources on the internet as our map.
Exactly. And it's full of, real-world testing on which .22 mags actually perform out there.
And the .22 Magnum, the .22 WMR, it really fills an interesting spot, doesn't it?
It does.
It's like a step up from the standard .22 LR. You get more power, better range, great for things like varmint control or just shooting a bit further out.
Yeah, definitely more punch. And the Gun Digest folks, they didn't just shoot a few rounds.
No, not at all.
They really put these rifles through their paces. We're talking thousands of rounds, looking hard at accuracy, reliability, how they feel, ergonomics. Are they actually useful in the field?
Right, practical stuff.
So our goal here is to pull out the key takeaways from all that testing and help you figure out which .22 Magnum might be the right fit for your needs.
Okay, let's jump in. So according to Gun Digest testing, the rifle that came out on top, like the best overall, was the CZ457 American.
Okay, the CZ457 American, that's a bolt action, right?
Correct. Bolt action. You cycle it manually. It holds 5 rounds.
And the specs. Barrel length, weight.
It's got a pretty long barrel, 24.8 inches, weighs about 6.17 pounds. And the MSRP is 629 pounds.
So what made that one the top dog in their tests?
Well, a few key things. That long barrel really helps squeeze the most velocity out of the .22 Magnum round.
So better performance downrange.
Exactly. Flatter trajectory, more energy hitting the target, which is, pretty important for hunting.
Makes sense.
And they absolutely love the trigger. It's adjustable, apparently has zero creep, just a really crisp, clean break. Super important for accuracy.
Right, a good trigger makes a huge difference.
And the stock, it's a classic walnut stock. Looks nice, sure, but it also adds rigidity, which again helps with consistent accuracy.
Okay, so accuracy seems like its main strength.
Yeah.
Any downsides? What's the trade-off?
Well, the price is up there a bit compared to some others, and 5 rounds in the mag might feel a little low for some folks. But the CZ457 platform is actually pretty modular.
Modular, meaning?
Meaning you can change things later. Like if you wanted to swap barrels to a different caliber, the 457 system makes that possible, which is neat. It's an investment in a platform.
Okay.
It also has an 11 millimeter dovetail mount for scopes, and the bolt throw is only 60 degrees.
Oh, that's good. Why is that important?
It just means you have more room between the bolt handle and a potentially large scope when you cycle it. Less chance of banging your knuckles.
Smart design. Okay, so the CZ457 sounds like a fantastic choice if accuracy, especially for hunting, is your top priority and you don't mind the price tag.
Exactly. High quality build, very accurate.
But what if you're looking for something, well, more budget friendly? What's the best bang for your buck?
For the best value, the testers picked the Savage Arms 93F.
Savage 93F, okay.
Also a bolt action, also 5 round magazine, barrel's a bit shorter at 21 inches. And it's light, only 5 pounds.
Wow, that is light. And the price?
Much lower. MSRP is just $319.
Okay, that's a big difference. What makes it a good buy besides the price?
Well, the price is obviously the main draw, but it still includes Savage's AccuTrigger.
Oh, right, the adjustable AccuTrigger. People seem to like that.
Yeah, it's generally well regarded, especially on a budget rifle. Crisp, adjustable pull weight, and like I said, it's really light, which is nice if you're carrying it around all day.
Definitely. But what are you giving up for that lower price? What are the compromises?
The testers noted the barrel is thinner, so if you're doing a lot of shooting quickly, it can heat up and potentially affect accuracy.
Okay, so maybe not ideal for rapid fire at the range.
Probably not sustained rapid fire, yeah. The stock is also pretty basic, just a functional synthetic stock, nothing fancy. And while it has open sights, they recommended using optics, which is easy since the receiver is drilled and tapped for mounts.
Gotcha. Any other potential issues?
There were apparently some reports about magazine reliability in the past, but Savage seems to have fixed those issues on the newer models. That's what the testers indicated anyway.
Okay, so a solid basic workhorse then. Good for plinking, maybe closer range pest control, especially with that AccuTrigger.
Pretty much sums it up. Good value.
All right, let's move back up the scale a bit. What did they pick as the best bolt action specifically?
That honor went to the Bergara BMR steel.
Bergara BMR steel. Okay, tell me about that.
Bolt action again comes with options for 5 or 10 round magazines. Barrel is 20 inches. Weight is 5.8 pounds, so still fairly light. MSRP is $619, same as the CZ.
Okay, same price point as the overall winner. What makes this one stand out as the best bolt action?
It's packed with features, really versatile. It comes standard with a threaded barrel.
Ooh, threaded barrel. So suppressors or muzzle brakes are easy.
Yep, 1228 TPI, pretty standard. Comes with a thread protector too. It's lighter than average, which is nice.
And the trigger?
It has Bergara's own performance trigger, which got good reviews in the test. But here's a really cool part. It's compatible with Remington 700 aftermarket triggers.
Whoa, really? That opens up a ton of customization options.
Exactly. Huge potential there. Plus, it ships with both a 5-round and a 10-round magazine and a 30 MOA scope rail.
A 30 MOA rail? What's the benefit of that?
It basically pre-tilts your scope slightly downwards, giving you more internal adjustment range in the scope for shooting at really long distances, useful if you're stretching the .22 mag out.
Huh, interesting. And an oversized bolt handle, too.
Yeah, it just makes it a bit easier to grab and cycle quickly.
It sounds almost like overkill for just plinking squirrels. They mention it has roots in competition shooting. NRL 22.
Yeah, it's kind of designed with that NRL 22 base class competition in mind. So it's definitely capable in the field, but it has features that really appeal to people who want precision and maybe tinker a bit.
So very versatile, lots of features, maybe leaning towards precision shooting, but still a great hunter.
That's a good way to put it. Great features for the price.
Okay, let's switch it up. Semi-automatics, faster follow-up shots. The test called out the Savage Arms A22 Magnum Pro Varmint as the best truck gun. Why that title?
Well, semi-auto means you pull the trigger, it fires and loads the next round automatically. Great for situations where you might need a quick second shot on a varmint.
Makes sense. Specs on this one.
It's got a 10-round rotary magazine, a 22-inch barrel. It is the heaviest rifle they tested, though, 7.21 pounds. MSRP is $769.
Okay, heaviest but holds more rounds and fires faster. What else did they like about it?
It comes ready for optics with a Picatinny rail installed. It also features the AccuTrigger, which is nice to see on a semi-auto.
Yeah, often semi-auto triggers can be a bit mushy.
True. And it has a Boyd's Pro Varmint stock, which is a pretty comfortable, stable platform.
Right.
They also mentioned the delayed blowback action.
Delayed blowback, how does that work?
It basically means the bolt doesn't slam back instantly. There's a slight delay, which helps manage the pressure of the .22 Magnum round safely and reliably in a semi-auto format.
Ah, okay.
Apparently reliable semi-auto .22 mags have been tricky to get right historically. So the A22 doing it well is a big deal.
So reliable, fast shooting, good features. What's the catch besides the weight? Truck gun implies ruggedness.
The weight is the main thing, yeah. Over 7 pounds is noticeable if you're hiking with it, and the price is getting up there too. But for reliability and quick shots from a vehicle or fixed position, it seems like a solid choice.
Gotcha. Okay, now for the really high-end stuff. The Volquartsen VM22. Whopping MSRP of $1,812. What on earth justifies that price?
Yeah, that's definitely premium territory. The Volquartsen is all about squeezing the absolute maximum performance out of a semi-auto .22 Magnum.
How so?
Accuracy is paramount. It uses their special THM tension barrel design.
Tension barrel.
Yeah, it's a design that helps maintain barrel stiffness and consistency, which translates to, well, extreme accuracy. And despite being a semi-auto, it's super light.
Lighter than the Savage A22?
Oh yeah, only 5.38 pounds. They achieved that using a CNC machined aluminum receiver and a carbon fiber barrel sleeve.
Wow, carbon fiber. Fancy. Threaded barrel too.
Yep, threaded 1228 TPI again. And it comes with a forward blow compensator, which helps manage muzzle rise.
So super accurate, super lightweight semi-auto. Sounds like a dream combo.
It really is targeting that top tier performance niche.
Yeah.
And since they're basically built to order, you can even customize colors on the Hogue stock and the barrel sleeve.
Built to order means waiting time.
Yeah, there's usually a lead time involved. And the magazine capacity is 9 rounds, slightly less than the Savage A22.
So the trade-offs are the very high cost and the wait time. But you're paying for ultimate precision, lightweight, and customization in a semi-auto package.
Exactly. It's the peak of semi-auto .22 mag performance if you're willing to pay for it.
Okay, that covers the specific rifles tested. The review also touched on some general info about the .22 Magnum cartridge itself. What are the main takeaways there?
Right. The .22 WMR, it's really versatile. Like we said, it sits nicely between the .22 LR and centerfire rounds.
So main uses?
Mostly small game and varmint hunting, pest control, and target shooting where you want more range than a .22 LR offers.
Any other uses?
Well, some people consider it for self-defense, especially if they have trouble handling recoil from bigger guns. It's not ideal, maybe, but it's an option.
Okay. And the big question, why is the ammo so much more expensive than .22 LR?
Yeah, that's a common one. There are a few reasons.
Go on.
First, the cartridge is just physically bigger, more brass, more powder, more material cost.
Makes sense.
Second, the bullets themselves are often more complex, jacketed hollow points, ballistic tips, things like that. More involved manufacturing than simple lead .22 LR bullets. And finally, just sheer volume. Companies crank out billions of .22 LR rounds. That economy of scale keeps the price down. .22 Magnum is much lower volume production.
Right, niche market economics. Got it. What about effective range for hunting? How far can you reasonably shoot?
The generally accepted max is probably around 150 yards for ethical hunting.
150 yards.
Yeah, beyond that, the bullet just loses too much energy to guarantee a clean kill on most krill. Of course, that depends on your specific rifle, ammo, the animal.
Sure, standard caveats apply. And recoil. We talked about light rifles, but is the kick noticeable?
It's very mild. You'll feel it more than a .22 LR for sure, but it's nothing compared to a centerfire rifle. Really pleasant to shoot.
So good for beginners too. Maybe kids.
Definitely suitable recoil-wise. You can teach kids with it, absolutely. Though again, the ammo cost might make .22 LR a better choice for just pure volume training.
Right, makes sense. Okay, so let's quickly recap the top picks from this Gun Digest test.
Sounds good.
For the best overall blend of accuracy and quality, it was the CZ457 American.
Yep, great bolt action.
If budget is your main driver, the Savage Arms 93F offers solid value, especially with that AccuTrigger.
Can't beat the price.
For the most feature-rich, versatile bolt action, maybe leaning towards precision, the Bergara BMR steel.
Threaded barrel, trigger options, nice package.
Need rapid follow-up shots and a dependable semi-auto. The Savage Arms A22 Magnum Pro varmint, though a bit heavy.
The truck gun pick, reliable semi-auto.
And if money is no object and you want the absolute peak of lightweight, accurate semi-auto performance, the Volquartsen VM22.
The premium choice, definitely.
And the .22 Magnum round itself, a definite step up from .22 LR for power and range, good for varmints, pests, longer target shooting. Just be ready for the higher ammo cost.
Exactly. Different rifles for different needs, different priorities. It really depends what you plan to do with it.
So as you're thinking about which one might be right for you, really nail down that primary use case. Is it close range pests, longer range varmints, plinking, fast follow-up shots?
And maybe think about factors beyond just the rifle itself.
Like what?
Well, what kind of .22 Magnum ammo is actually easy to find in your local stores? Does that influence things? Or the terrain, are you hiking miles where weight really matters?
Good point. An overlooked factor like ammo availability or weight could totally change your perspective, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Something to mull over.
Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.